Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. Today we're going to play a game from Comiskey Park in Chicago between the 1961 Boston Red Sox and the 1961 Chicago White Sox. It's game 2 of the series. Chicago won the first game of the series. It's a Carl Yastrzemski career replay in his rookie season, game number 6. So today's matchup is going to be between Frank Baumann pitching for the White Sox against Ike DeLocke, who had a fine outing, his first outing. I believe he pitched a complete game, or close to a complete game. We'll check his stats out when he comes up to pitch. So game 2, I believe it's a 3-game series. Red Sox are 2-3 so far in the season. And Happy New Year to all. This is on New Year's Day here. We're going to be doing a game from each of our career replays. We just did one on Bobby Orr's career replay, so check that out. And after this one, we're going to do I'm not sure exactly what order we're going to do it in. Probably do a Larry Bird and a Rob Gronkowski one after that to round out our 4 major sports, New England sports, featuring a player from each team. So, all right. So the lineup for the visiting Boston Red Sox is going to be Chuck Schilling at second base bats first. Gary Geiger, the center fielder, bats second. Carl Yastrzemski moving up to position number 3. He had been batting 5th and 6th, but he's batting 3rd today, playing left field. Jackie Jensen, the right fielder, bats cleanup. Jim Pagliarone, behind the plate, bats 5th. Billy Harrell, third baseman, bats 6th. Pete Ruddles, first baseman, 7th. Pumpsy Green, who had a big 2-run homer in the 10th inning a couple of games ago, bats 8th, and Ike DeLocke on the mound batting 9th. So let's look at the stats here. So Frank Baumann comes into the season with a 1-0 record, 2 innings pitched. Something tells me that he pitched, I think he might have pitched in the, maybe he didn't pitch in the game we just played, hopefully not. So I think we did play another game with the Chicago White Sox earlier on. But he's pitched 2 innings. Got a 1-0 record, 1 hit, so I imagine he's a spot starter and reliever. Let's check his stats out here. Yeah, 10-13, 3 saves. Yeah, so he must have had some time in the bullpen too, as he was probably not all that effective as a starter, judging by his 5.60 ERA and all those hits in 180 innings. So, all right, so the Red Sox will send up Chuck Schilling first. Schilling is hitting .278 in the season with 2 runs scored. So it'll be Minoso, Landis, and Smith for the White Sox out in the outfield. Landis is the best defender of them all in center with a 5 range. He also commits the fewest errors. Minoso does commit his fair share of errors, as Minoso and Smith are average range. Martin, Aparicio, Fox, and Severs will round out the infield. Martin and Fox are average. Aparicio's excellent fielding range shortstop does commit a few errors, as well as Martin too. Severs is a little bit below average as far as his range goes at first. Behind the plate is Lawler. He's above average range and has a above average arm and won't commit many errors there. Baumann, excellent fielding pitcher, excellent range, only commit a few errors. So that is your defense for the hometown Chicago White Sox here at Comiskey Park. So, all right. So Schilling steps into the box. Baumann looks in for the sign from Lawler. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that is going to be a ground out to short. To short over receivers for out number 1. Next up is Gary Geiger. Gary Geiger's off to a fast start, hitting .368 with an RBI. 4 runs scored. Here's the pitch by Baumann. And it's going to be a range check at Comiskey Park. And that's going to be a base hit, and he's going to leg it out for a double. So Geiger in scoring position for Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski is struggling so far in the season, hitting just 158 in his first 5 games as a major leaguer in his rookie season. So Yastrzemski is hitting 158 with 1 run scored. Chance to get his first RBI. So Bauman looks in for the sign from Lawler. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Yastrzemski is going to draw a walk.
Good base on balls.
All right, lower that volume a little bit. So that'll bring up Jackie Jensen now with runners on first and second and 1 down. Chance for the Red Sox to get off to a fast start here. Jensen hitting .263 in the season with 3 runs batted in. Red Sox finished 76 and 86 on the actual season, I believe. 5-1. And that's going to be a ground ball to Fox at second. So he'll only have 1 play as it's slowly hit. Barehands it over to Severs at first. So 2 down now. But that'll move the runners up. So Geiger to third, Yastrzemski to second. So Pagliarone up now. Chance for him to put the Red Sox up 2-0 with a base hit. Pagliarone comes in hitting just 125 though in 8 at-bats. So 1 for 8. And he'll ground out the short to end the inning. So the Red Sox cannot score. And after 1/2, it's Boston nothing and the White Sox coming up. So let's take a look at the lock. So he finished, let's see here. He's 1-0. Yeah, he pitched 8 2/3. He couldn't quite close it out. That's right. Did not allow an earned run. 7 hits allowed, 3 Ks, and 1 walk. So had a fine outing in his first start of the season for the Red Sox. Hoping to duplicate that today. So lineup for the hometown Chicago White Sox is Luis Aparicio, the shortstop, batting first. Nellie Fox, the 3rd hardest man in history to strike out, will bat second. Although we did have a strikeout with him the other day when I played a game off camera. So I don't think any season he struck out more than 19 times at bat, and quite often a lot lower than that. So Jim Landis, the center fielder, bats third. Roy Severs will bat cleanup and play first. Left fielder Minnie Minoso bats fifth. Al Smith is your right fielder batting sixth. Hey, Mr. Brody is saying hi, shaking it up a bit. J.C. Martin, the third baseman, bats seventh. Sherm Lawler behind the plate bats eighth. And Frank Bauman on the mound batting ninth. And Mr. Brody is not too fond about going out there as it's frigid temperatures out here in New England, especially this week. So we're going to try to stay in as much as possible and play some games. We do have to return back tomorrow to work, though, after being off for the week, Christmas week. So we've enjoyed that. Hope to continue these awesome series throughout the week and throughout the year. All right, so Aparicio comes in hitting 500. And again, we're not going to really go by the stats for the opposing team as we're not playing all their games. So they're going to have a limited amount of at-bats. But he was a .272 hitter with 6 homers and 45 runs batted in. But Red Sox stats will be up to date. And that's going to be a base hit. So Aparicio. Oh, that was supposed to be a double. I think that was, yeah. I missed that thing again there. Hold on, let's see if I can get that back. Let's try that again. I forgot what I rolled here, though, to get that. There should be something with, oh, I think it's at the ballpark. There we go. Yep, that was it right there. And now we'll roll this. And we'll click on that. Nope. So you want to try to get that back there. Because he I think there was a box there, so that means he did advance to. So let's try that again. There we go. Alright, so that's better. Alright, so Aparicio legs it out just like Schilling did for, or was it Schilling? Right? No, Geiger did for a double. Except now he's on second with nobody out for Nellie Fox. So Fox comes in. He hit .251 on the season with 2 homers and 51 runs batted in. So he's going to be called on to sacrifice here. He's an excellent bunter, so why not? And it's successful. So Aparicio moves to third with 1 down. So Jim Landis with an RBI opportunity here. Landis hit .283 with 22 homers and 85 runs batted in 1961. And he'll fly out to center. That looks like that's going to be deep enough to score. So Aparicio will tag, and he'll come home with the first run of the game. So the White Sox lead at 2-0 here at the top of the 10th. Top of the second. On the sacrifice fly by Jim Landis. So that'll bring up Roy Sievers with the bases empty. Sievers hit .295 with 27 homers and 92 runs batted in 1961. And he'll fly out to the left. Yastrzemski has it for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the first. The Red Sox down 1-0. So Bauman with the lead. Harrell will lead it off for the Red Sox. Harrell's hitting .400 on the season so far. 2 hits and 5 at-bats. 2 runs scored and 4 runs batted in. So I believe he had 4 RBIs in 1 game to power the Red Sox to a victory. I think he was in that. It was 2 games ago. The game where Pumpsy Green hit the 2-run homer. I think Harrell had 2. I think he had 2 2-run doubles, I believe. So 5-3. So he'll fly out to center for out number 1 of the second. So Pete Reynolds up now, also doing well so far. Hitting .444 with 2 runs batted in and 18 at-bats with a run scored. And he'll ground out to second for out number 2. Pumpsy Green up now. Green hitting just .176, but does have that game-winning homer in the 10th inning. He was against I want to say the Angels. Either the Angels or the Twins. It might have been the Twins. So he's hitting .176 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. And he's going to strike out this time. The Red Sox go in order in the second. So after 2 full, it's the White Sox 1 and the Red Sox 0. So DeLocke will face Minoso, Smith, and Martin. Minoso hit .280 with 14 homers and 82 runs batted in. And he'll get himself a base hit here. So leadoff runner on for the White Sox here in the bottom of the second. So that brings up L. Smith. L. Smith, .278, hitter with 28 homers and 93 runs batted in. And he's going to ground out to second. And it'll be a range check on Schilling, and he'll handle it cleanly. And only play is the first. So 1 down now and running in scoring position for J.C. Martin. He homered in yesterday's game. his first of the season that we played. .230 hitter with 5 homers and 32 runs batted on the actual season.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
And that was a fine play.
And Green's ain't gonna get to this one. And he'll fire over to first, look to run it back. So 2 outs now for Sherm Lawler. So Lawler, .282 hitter with 7 homers and 41 runs batted in the actual season. Chance for an RBI here. Increase that White Sox lead. Range check at Comiskey Park, and that's going to be a base hit, and he'll do just that. As Minoso comes around the score, and he will advance to second on the throw home. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Frank Baumann, now with a 2-0 lead. Baumann, excellent hitting pitcher, hit .262 with 2 homers and 10 runs batted in 61 at-bats in 1961. So, definitely not anything but automatic.
Line drive down the right field line, slicing toward the corner.
And just like that, like we said, he's a good hitting pitcher. Gets a double here, an RBI double for Baumann to increase the helping his own cause. 3-0 now. As the lock is not nearly as sharp as he was in his first start. So Aparicio up now, top of the order. Doubled and scored his first time up. And this time he'll fly out to center for out number 3.
Your designated driver for this evening, please remember to drink responsibly.
The White Sox put up another 2 runs. Yep, and lead it 3-0 after 2 full. So it'll be DeLocke and then the top of the order, Schilling and Geiger. DeLocke so far 1 for 3 on the season, hit just 104 with 2 runs batted in. So Baumann delivers 4-5, and that's going to be a range play.
Hard ground ball.
And Martin's unable to get to that one. And he'll be on with his second hit of the season. So DeLocke at first. Nobody out. Schilling up now. Schilling 0 for 1 on the day. And he's going to ground out to short. And they get the lead runner. But the return throw is not in time. And Schilling will reach on the fielder's choice. So now 1 out and runner on first for Geiger. Doubled his first time up. And nope, no wild pitch there. Oh, and this is going to be a chance for Geiger. Oh, unfortunately, Geiger does not hit left-handed pitching well. Has no power against lefties, so if that was a righty, he definitely would have been out of here. But instead, he does fight it off for a single.
Everybody clap your hands.
So Schilling will stop at second, so that'll bring the tying run up and Kyle Yastrzemski looking for his first RBI of the season. Only 1 down here. Lefty on lefty, though. 5-3. Surprisingly, though, he has more power against righties and lefties than righties in his rookie season. And he strikes out this time. So the captain that's a Carl, not captain yet. He's going to have to earn that. So Yastrzemski strikes out there. So 2 outs now. So it'll be up to Jensen if the innings continue. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he'll draw a walk to load the bases. So bases loaded now for Pagliarone. Pagliarone 0 for 1 in the day. As Lalo goes out the top to Bauman. They go back to their positions. Looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. I wish that was a 3-1, but it's a 4-1. So he'll fly out to left to end the inning. So the Red Sox load the bases but cannot score. And it remains 3-0 White Sox after 2.5. So Fox, Landis, and Seaver up for the White Sox. Clock needs a shutdown inning here. And Nelly Fox, as you can see, he has a 0 here for his strikeout here against righties. Only a 2 against the lefties. And part of it's the Comiskey Park -3 there, contributing to that. So 2-3. And that is going to be a ground out to Harrell at third for out number 1. So that brings up Landis now. Hit a sacrifice fly his first time up. Score the first run of the game for the White Sox. And he'll line up to second for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the White Sox third. Brings up Roy Seaver as 0 for 1.
Popped up.
And that's going to be a pop-up, and Harrell is not going to be able to get to it. And that'll fall harmlessly for a single for Seavers. So Seavers on with a 2-out single, so the 1-2-3 inning goes by the board as Harrell's unable to get to that one. So it brings up Minoso. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Oh, man, and he's going to hang one here, and Minoso is going to hit this one a long way.
Swing a long drive. This ball is out of here.
So a bloop and a blast puts the White Sox up 5-0 now. So DeLocke disgusted with that. He knew he hung one there. Harrell feels bad too, but not being able to get to that pop-up. So 5-0 White Sox now. Action going in the Red Sox pen. So Al Smith up now 0 for 1. And that'll be a base hit for Smith. Check out the Red Sox pen here. So Tracy Stallard warming up in the Red Sox pen. So 1-6, 4-2. Oh, and Harrell's unable to get to this one too. So Harrell with limited range there. Does not get to that one. As Smith stops at third, so runners on second and third and 2 down. Do we let him face another batter here? I think we'll give him one more batter. So it's Lawler up now, 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. And that'll be a base hit. As Martin stops at third. So that's going to be it for DeLocke as he cannot get through the third. Allowed 6 runs there. Just can't get that last out. And Red Sox will make a pitching change. So Tracy Stallard will come in. Stallard having a good year so far in 4 1/3 innings pitch, a ERA of 2.09. Allowed just that 1 run, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So he'll be called upon to go multiple innings here. Try to keep the White Sox at 6, so the Red Sox have a chance to chip away and come back. But he'll have to get Baumann out here. Oh, thank goodness it's Baumann. Oh, man, this might not be good. Actually, it is 13, falls just beyond that 12. So, Baumann hits it a long way, but just foul. And instead, he'll ground out to second for out number 3. So after 3 full, it's Chicago with a commanding 6-0 lead. So the Red Sox need to start hitting and start chipping away at this lead. So it'll be Harold, Reynolds, and Green up against Baumann, who's been under control, has been in control so far. And good start as Reynolds draws a walk. Harold draws a walk. So it'll be a Reynolds 0 for 1. And that's going to be hit to Fox. Fox only plays to first. So Harold moves in the scoring position with 1 down now. Pumpsy Green up now. Struck out his first time up.
Deep in the hole, tough chance.
And this one's going to get past Aparicio. And Aparicio has excellent range. It's just out of his reach. And Harold's going to come in to score. And the Red Sox are on the board on the RBI single by Pumpsy Green. So we're going to let Stallard hit for himself here. He's only an 083 pitcher, but and he'll fly out to center for out number 2. So it'll be up Schilling now 0 for 2, top of the order. And he'll ground out short, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. So they do get 1. And after 3.5, trail it now 6-1. So Stallard back out on the hill.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
So Aparicio's on with a double. So a good start for the White Sox here in the 3rd. In the 4th, actually, trying to add on to their 6-1 lead. And it's going to be a range check at Comiskey Park. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit. So Aparicio is going to come around the score.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
So Fox has himself an RBI single. As Pagaroni goes out to talk to Stallard, trying to calm him down there a bit. Get him back on point. 7-1 White Sox. So Landis up now. Had a sacrifice fly his first time up. 0 for 1. And they're going to go with a hit and run here. And that's going to be hit to Green at short. Gets the short out at first. As Fox advances in scoring position. So 1 out and runner in scoring position for the White Sox. So Roy Seaver's up now 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he's going to ground out to 3rd. Looks the runner back. So 2 down now for Minnie Minoso. He's 2 for 2 today. Hit a 2-run homer his last time up. And this time he'll line up the 3rd to end the inning. So the White Sox get that run back and lead it 7-1. So Red Sox top of the fifth will have Geiger, Yastrzemski, and Jensen. Geiger 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single. And he'll ground out to second for out number 1. Brings up Yastrzemski. He struck out with the bases loaded. His last time up, also walked. And it's going to be a range play at Comiskey Park.
Swing and a fly ball left field.
And Minoso cannot get to this. Yastrzemski will be on with a 1-out single. So it brings up Jensen. Jensen 0 for 1 with a walk. And that'll be a base hit off the pitcher card. Yastrzemski motors his way to third, so runners at the corners with 1 down. So the Red Sox get something going here in the fifth. Pag's up now. 0 for 2 on the day. And it's going to be an error check. And that'll be a base hit. So Yastrzemski will come in to score. And it's a 7-2 game now, as Jensen stops at second. So first and second, 1 down. For Billy Harrell, 0 for 1 with a walk. Scored a run. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. And actually a ground ball to second. Fox over to first for the out. So Jensen and Pagoni move up a base. And you're going to go with the pickoff here. Jensen back safely. So to bring up Pete Runnels 0 for 2 on the day. And he's going to fly out to left to end the inning. So the Red Sox are able to get 1 back. And it's 7-2 now. Headed to the bottom of halfway through. Al Smith lead it off against Stallard. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Out.
And he'll ground out the short for out number 1. Martin up now, 1 for 2 with a double. And he'll ground out the third. Harrell over to Runnels for out number 2. Sherm Lawler, 2 for 2. Two RBIs and a run scored. As Stallard is starting to tire. They're going to let him face 1 more batter, hoping to get through this inning. And he will as he flies out to Geiger for out number 3.
Be sure to visit our concession stand.
So Stallard will most likely be pinch hit for here as he's out of gas. Green 1 for 2 with an RBI. Error check. And Smith will handle that one cleanly for out number 1. So Stallard will be lifted for a pinch hitter. So Hardy, Rapolsky, and Nixon were used as pinch hitters. I think we're going to go with Rapolsky again. He get us a hit last time. So rip Rapolsky. We're hoping he'll rip one here. So far, 2 for 2 on the season. Playing both in pinch hit roles. A run scored. 280 hitter on the actual season and 25 at-bats. So he did actually get in that bat in the game, and he actually got a hit in the game too, so hopefully he'll do the same thing again like he did last time. As Bauman seems to be tiring here. This is most likely his last inning. And Rapolsky delivers again and gets himself a base hit. So Rapolsky proving to be a clutch pinch hitter. gets on with a 1-out single. So that'll bring up Bauman. Bauman 0 for Schilling, sorry. Schilling 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a base hit for Schilling as he grounds one past the pitcher. So an infield single. So nobody can get to that one. And that is, I'm going to let him face one more batter here, lefty on lefty. Geiger 2 for 3 with a double. And he's going to ground into a double play to end the inning.
Double play.
So ahead to the bottom of the 6th. With the Red Sox down 7-2. And you're going to bring in a relief pitcher for the Red Sox. So let's see here. Red Sox are going to go with Ted Wills. He actually pitched 2 2/3 innings. He actually got the win in the game in extra innings. So Ted Wills comes in. He's just pitched a third of innings so far and has walked a batter. So he'll face... Actually, Bauman is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter, so... Alright, so Bauman's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. See who the computer picks here. We'll see if he was used in the game. Yep, Bob Roselli was used as a pinch hitter, so we'll use him here. Backup catcher. So Roselli, first at bat of the season, 263 with 4 runs batted in and 38 at bats. So Wills will be in to face him. And yeah, we already looked at Wills' stats. So it's going to be a 1 range play.
Deep in the hole, tough chance.
So Green is unable to get to that one. And Roselli would be on with a pinch hit single to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Aparicio up now 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. And he's going to draw a walk. Doesn't walk that often. So Will's proving to be ineffective here so far, as Pagliaroni goes out and talks with him. Fox up now. He's not going to strike out. And he'll fly out to left for out number 1. YASTRZEMSKI makes the catch. So 1 down now for Jim Landis. The runners on first and second. Landis 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Oh, thankfully it's a 20. And he'll fly out to Geiger in center for out number 2. Runners stay put. So Will's 1 out away from getting out of it. Roy Seaver's up now, 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he does as he flies out to Geiger for out number 3. So after the first 2 runners get on, Wills is able to get out of it. And that's going to be it for Bauman. As Jerry Staley is going to be called upon to come in. So Jerry Staley making his first appearance of the season. 3.9 2-5 record with 3.97 ERA and 4 saves and 61 and a third innings pitched. 64 hits allowed. He'll face Yastrzemski, Jensen, and Pagliarone. Yastrzemski 1 for 2 today. Singled his last time up. He's also walked. And it's going to be a range play at Comiskey again. This worked out well for Yastrzemski last time. However, this time it's just going to be... Oh! It is going to work out as it's a range play at. I didn't see that. So, Minoso's unable to get to this one, too. And Yastrzemski will be on with another single. So, 2 hits for Yastrzemski today. Fortunately, they did not come with the bases were loaded when he was up. So, leadoff runner on for the Red Sox. Jackie Jensen up now. 1 for 2 with a walk. And he's going to reach on a walk. So Staley struggling also like Wills did. See if he can get out of it. So Pag's up now 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Pags is going to stroke a double to left field. 1 run comes in. They're going to hold Jensen at third. So 3 straight hits given up by Staley. He's proving to be ineffective. And I'll bring up Billy Harrell as the White Sox are scrambling in the bullpen to get somebody up and ready. So, but Staley will have to face at least 1 more batter. So runners on second and third for Harrell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And it's going to be a range play.
Hard ground ball.
And Martin won't be able to get to that one. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold Pagliarone at third. So to put runners at the corners with nobody out still, and the RBI single by Harrell. Red Sox now within 3. And that is going to be it for Pete Runnels. I mean for Jerry Staley, as he's ineffective. And we're going to need a lefty here. Trying to find the one that isn't a starter here. I guess we can bring in Juan Pizarro for a batter. Actually, let's bring in Billy Pierce. So Billy Pierce is going to come in. Only a starter, but he'll come in for 1 batter here. So lefty on lefty, runners at the corners. No wild pitch there. And he's going to fly out to right. They're going to hold Pagliarone. He's not very fast, as it wasn't hit that far. So 1 down now. Brings up Pete Pumpsy Green, the switch hitter. So they're going to leave Pearson face 1 more batter. They'll make Pumpsy Green hit from the right side. Oh, and Green is going to take him deep. So Pumpsy Green, not sure if that was such a great idea.
Deep to left field, looking down the line. Gone! Towering fly ball.
So Pumpsy Green with his 2nd home run of the year ties the game at 7. And perhaps if the White Sox had looked at their scorebook a little closer, they would have noticed that Pumpsy Green has great power against the lefties. So Billy Pierce surrenders a 3-run homer to Green, and it's a 7-7 game now. And they're going to lift Wills for a pinch hitter. And that's going to be it for Pierce. So actually, they're not going to lift him yet. Yeah, they will. They'll lift him first. That's probably what went on. Let's see. I think we're going to bring in... Oh, hold on. Let's bring in our pinch hitter first. So Carroll Hardy will be announced as a pinch hitter. And that's going to be it for Pierce. So he's ineffective. And Turk Lone's going to come in, their closer, to try to keep this game from getting any further out of hand. All right, so Carroll Hardy in a pinch hitter, 263 for the season stats, 3 homers and 36 runs batted in, coming up, making his first at bat of the season. So Turk Lone, 7-5 with 11 saves, 2.76 ERA, and 101 innings pitched. Oh, I almost thought he was going to go yard. 6-6. So fly out to right for out number 2. So that'll bring up Schilling, 1 for 4. And that'd be a base hit. So Geiger, 2 for 4 with a double. And he'll fly out to center to end the inning. But the Red Sox tie the game at 7. Capped off by the big 3-run homer, second of the season. Second home run of the season for Pumpsy Green. All right. So who are the Red Sox going to bring in now? The Red Sox are going to bring in their closer. As Mike Forneless is going to come in. He's making his first appearance of the season. 9-8 record of 15 saves, 4.69 ERA, 119 innings pitched, 121 hits allowed, 70 strikeouts, and 47 walks. So he'll try to keep this a tie game here in the bottom of the 7th. He'll face Minoso, Martin, and Smith and Martin. Minoso 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Also scored 2 runs. And he'll ground out the Schilling for out number 1. Al Smith up now, 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he strikes out. J.C. Martin, 1 for 3 with a double. Oh no. Oh, thankfully that roll was a 10. 1-7 would have been a home run, but that's a 10 roll. And he'll line up to second. So the White Sox go in order in the 7th. And we'll head to the 8th with the game tied at 7. So Yastrzemski up now. He's having a good day overall. 2 for 3 with a walk. 2 runs scored. Lone looks in for the sign. Fires the pitch. And Yastrzemski will ground out to third for out number 1. Jackie Jensen, 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Range play. And Martin will take away a hit. So Martin makes the play for out number 2. Pagliaroni up now. 2 for 4 with a double. 2 runs batted in. And he'll pop up the third for out number 3.
That one would be a home run in a phone booth.
Thank you, Mr. Harry Carey, with that comment there. One of my favorites. Comments. Let's see here. So we head to the bottom of the 8th with the score tied at 7. Mike Fernellis up for another inning of work. Sherm Lala 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. And he'll ground out to Green at short for out number 1. That'll bring up Turk Lone. See what kind of a hitting pitcher he is. He's an 0.93, so we're going to lift him for a pinch hitter. And I think he was used in the actual game, Floyd Robinson. He was used as a pinch runner, so we're going to try to... He didn't get an actual at bat. So let's see what else they pick. Dean Look. No. So Bob Roselli or Cam Cameron. So Cameron 271. And I think we already used Roselli. Yeah, that's why he's not showing up here. Yep. So we're gonna go with Cam Cameron. So Cam Cameron coming on. 271 hitter on the actual season with 4 homers and 27 runs batted in. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. This will be a ballpark check. And he gets himself a pinch hit single. So 1 on, 1 out for the White Sox. Brings up a ratio. He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. And that's going to be a wild pitch on Fernellis. And Carrion will move into scoring position. So a base hit could tie the game. Not necessarily with Cameron. Does have slow speed. I think we're gonna bring in a pinch runner here. So we're gonna bring in Actually, we're gonna bring in Jim Rivera. He actually did come in the game. This was his only appearance for the White Sox. He was later traded, I believe, to the Kansas City Athletics. So he did play a few years with the White Sox, but this year he only had the 1 game with them. So we're going to get through that here. This is the only time you're going to see him. So Jim Rivera, and it was a 1-3. And that's going to be a ground out to second, so Rivera will advance. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away now with 2 down for Nellie Fox. It's going to be a range play, 5-1. Oh, and Green's unable to get to this one, so while Green was the hero and tie the game, he can't get to this ball. And Rivera will come home with the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th as the White Sox take an 8-7 lead. So Fernellis gives up the go-ahead run. Jim Landis 0 for 3 with an RBI. And he'll fly out to center. And that'll do it. But the White Sox... We will. But not if you're a Red Sox fan. Not unless they come back here. So... Who are the White Sox? They already brought in their closer, so... Hacker? Yeah, I guess he works. He does have 8 saves on the season, so he's probably their next logical choice as the next highest amount of saves. So Hacker will come in. So Warren Hacker, 3-3 record with 8 saves, 3.79 ERA, coming on for the White Sox, trying to close it out as they take the lead in the bottom of the 8th after the Red Sox came back to tie it. So Billy Harrell up now, 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs and an RBI. And he'll strike out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So Hacker strikes him out for out number 1. So that'll bring up Pete Reynolds, 0 for 4 on the day. He's hitting .364 so far in the season, .317 hitter, so we're going to let him hit. And it's going to be a range check, not a range check, but a Comiskey ballpark card here. And that'll be a fly out to left. So the Red Sox down to their last out. Pumpsy Green. Can he do it again? He's been the hero. He already has 1 walk-off home run. Well, not a walk-off, but a home run to win the ball game. And is homered in this game to tie the game. 4 runs batted in. Can he knock another one out? And no, he'll go down swinging. And that'll do it for the Red Sox. So the Red Sox fall to the Chicago White Sox after storming back, only to lose it in the bottom of the 8th. The Chicago's fans celebrate. So Chicago has won the first 2 games of this series. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow. So Turk Lone gets the win, 1-0. Fernellis the loss, 0-1. Hacker with a save. Pumpsy Green hit his second home run, a 3-run home run. And Minoso hit his first. So let's take a look at the box score here before we close it out. So let's go through the pitching first. So for the victorious Chicago White Sox, Frank Baumann pitches 6 innings, allows 9 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Gene Staley does not record an out, allows 3 hits, 4 runs. All of them earned, and a walk. Billy Pierce came in and gave up the 3-run homer to Pumpsy Green, which tied the game at the time. Pitched 1/3 of inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. So Turk Lone comes in and gets the save. Gets the win. Pitches 1 2/3 innings. Allows 1 hit. And Hacker with the save, his first of the season. 1 inning pitched. 2 strikeouts. For the Red Sox, like the lock, only lasts 2 2/3 innings, allows 9 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, and a home run. Stallard was also ineffective, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 runs. Well, fairly ineffective. He wasn't too bad, I guess. 2 hits, 1 run earned. Wills pitched 1 inning of scoreless ball, allowing 1 hit and 1 walk. And Mike Fernellis takes the loss, pitching 2 innings, allowing 2 hits and the run in the bottom of the 8th, striking out 1 and throwing a wild pitch. So that is it as the Red Sox fall to the White Sox. Kyle Yastrzemski, though, let's look at his stats quickly. 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. So Captain Carl improves his average up to 217 now with a 2 for 4 performance. So we'll see you in the next game. Take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy New Year.